Diversity in the legal field is paramount. People of color, particularly those of underserved communities, need professionals who can connect and empathize with issues affecting inequalities.
Diversity and inclusion are very important pieces in any profession, but with respect to the law, you have to know where your client is coming from, and a lawyer or a judge with a shared experience is able to make a better connection with their client and represent their interests more effectively. There are three areas of law that immediately come to mind that need improvements with respect to diversity and inclusion. Family law, it's very important to have cultural aspects understood and represented. Immigration, there's an immediate language barrier. And criminal law, I think that comes as no surprise given all of the things that we're seeing in 2020 and challenges with underrepresentation and misrepresentation in the criminal system.
Before becoming a judge, I was a prosecutor, and the lawyer that I tried to fashion myself after are those lawyers who believe in the law and are passionate about the law, representing those who are marginalized and trying to achieve equality for all, are those who have passion for their clients, passion for the cause, so that it isn't treated as just a job. But I think more importantly is the ability of the lawyer to understand and communicate with the client, be empathetic to whatever the needs are, if there are special circumstances or backgrounds, and make sure, if not, then at least for that lawyer to educate himself or herself by contacting others in the community.
It's important to provide legal service to disenfranchised peoples, differently abled, underserved, or those with different legal status. These individuals are often faced with language barriers or gaps in awareness of legal rights.
When I first started, I saw that I was one of maybe 5 other Filipino law students in my class. I was trying to find that community, and I was lucky enough to find that there was a Filipino American Lawyers Association. Not only was there an association, there was a national one. So I was able to connect with people like me who came from another country, speak a different language, family structures that were similar to mine. And it was inspiring to see other people who looked like me, talked like me, attain the highest level. And it encouraged me and pushed me to keep going even when things got rough.
It's unfortunate how pandemic has affected all of us, and certainly those who are marginalized and underrepresented. Now in the legal arena, there are issues because people may possibly remain in custody and not be able to have the right to communicate with their lawyers and then effectively present their cases, so that there is that possibility that they might be released.
With the COVID-19 challenges, many state governments and local governments are considering decreasing funding to legal aid and pro bono services. For the community members that could be impacted, immediately reach out to their state and local representatives and let them know. This would be a huge detriment to you personally and to the community at large.
Pinay Law is a niche law practice that specializes in supporting the Filipino community in issues of family law, divorce, child support, and custody.
There is a stigma among Filipinos that if you get divorced, they call it pangit tingnan, that it looks bad and it brings dishonor on your family. Even though I'm a divorce lawyer, I don't promote divorce, but I do promote choice. And I do feel that everybody should have the right to choose how they want to have their family structures. And not all marriages are happy, and not all divorced couples and divorced families are bad. And that the end of the marriage is not the end of their life.
Lawyers can take a number of different steps. So one thing that Janice has done is to get involved with different bar associations. So the Filipino American Lawyers Association, the Asian American Bar Association, both reach out to communities that have been underrepresented. Lawyers can not only volunteer their time, but just reach out to those communities, understand what some of their challenges are, and make yourself available to represent those groups.
Well, what we could do better as lawyers is take time to listen. We want to make sure that we are careful about not imposing what we want onto our clients, but making sure that we're advocating for what it is that they want and their goals in whatever matter it is that we're serving them.
Family law currently has a stigma. It's often construed in a negative context. However, family law has an opportunity to promote healthy relationships instead. Pinay Law is dedicated to serving the Filipino community to bridge the gap between culture, language, and the restrictions of law in the Philippines.
I wanted to become a lawyer because the most common area of practice for many Filipino lawyers is immigration. But immigration deals with families. Law is just a part of my life. I don't consider it a job. It's something that's just a part of me that I'm very passionate about, and that there's still more work to do. There's still more people to help, and that there's still injustice in the world, and that there is still a need for advocates to help people without a voice fight for justice and have their day in court.
To learn more, contact us today.